Alright, so today we're going to be doing a little play-by-play. Unfortunately, one of my her teammates DC or leave the game or whatever, they get frustrated. I don't know. But Smite servers have been pretty bad, so we're going to say he DC'd. So this is I'm gonna hopefully show you how to be effective from the solo lane in a 4v5 and actually try to win the game with the Mulan pick here. You want to start off on blue nowadays, as long as your jungler knows to go straight to blue from his speed buff in the solo. So it's going to give your team a lot more pressure in the mid lane. He's going to get there a lot faster than the enemy jungler if they don't start blue, which this one didn't. And on Mulan, you want to start U2. I see a lot of people starting the 1 to try to hit the archers and the brute minions with the 1. But the 2 is actually better clear. You clear the brute minions faster, and then you have cleave autos to just clear out the archers. So by that time you usually get your 1 after that first wave or wave and a half starting blue. Sometimes you don't hit level 2 on the first wave because you miss a few minions. But then you can use your 1 to kind of hit the wave plus him and get some warrior stacks. We're going to go ahead and get a point in our 2 here instead of our grab, because we're going to want to get that sustain. You can see it's already almost evolved, so we're just trying to sustain up and just PvE right now, solo lane. But there's not much to it. Try to get pressure in the way for the totem. You do outclear tier on Mulan until he gets some points in his abilities, and then he will start to outclear you, which is fine because we have our 2 to sustain up, so we can kind of let him clear and then tank the minions. So we'll just kind of ignore him for now. But there's not a whole lot going on in the solo lane early, so sorry about that. Usually jungle or something might be a little more exciting for you. Maybe I'll try to get a video out for that. But, let's try to get some totem pressure here. I don't really want to fight him over it, so he sees me doing it and I go straight to my blue. Luckily he doesn't go to do totem, he goes to get some wave pressure instead, which is fine. We'll just clear up our blue here. We'll lose a little bit of XP from the minions to the tower, but we're close to backing and getting our glad shield plus a chalice already, and we still have 1 potion because Mulan has just great sustain in lane for 2. We'll just go ahead and back, let him do that totem, put a point in our ulti, grab the chalice and TP back in. So, like I said, solo lane not very exciting, but we do have some DCs, and I don't like to surrender in casuals or even ranked really. It's just not fun. Like, if I want to play the game, I want to play the game, and so you'll want to try to get decently ahead. Once you get this glad shield online, you've got a lot of sustain. It's not really like King Arthur sustain. We wanted to try to hit them with that 1 to group up the wave. Unfortunately, it didn't work. You gotta be careful playing close to the tower against tier, because he is gonna look to try to push you in, like right here. See, we sidestepped that. It's actually really easy to miss tier's push, so just be aware of it. We're not gonna play up just to clear that 1 creep whenever we can do this. Group up the wave here. I want to do this totem, but it's kind of awkward because tier can just kind of clear the wave and then come in, and he's got knockups and stuff, so whenever you're trying to do the totem, he can come in after clearing the wave and just knock you up. Just poking him a little for the stacks on the warrior's blessing, no big deal. But once you get that evolved, it is pretty nice. Give him a little poke, get the warrior's blessing going, and we'll try to get this totem here. I don't know why he didn't try to contest. He probably could have got it, and I'm not sure if that was all his abilities. I wasn't paying attention. We're just going to ulti the wave here for pressure, because he is going to outclear us. And Mulan's ulti really isn't that great, especially early, when you're not that tanky. And maybe we can bait out a jungler to come over. Maybe he'll call out my ultimates down. Yep, Loki's here. So that's fine. This is fine. We can just kind of fight into this. We do have Glad Shield. We got both their ultis, which is really good. So we got both Tyr and Loki ultis, and luckily our Hunbox was pathing over, so he did get a kill there, which is huge for him to stay ahead of Loki. Loki's really, he's not that good, and I actually do have a lot of time played on him. Sorry, I know people hate that, but I do have a lot of time played on Loki, and he can be really good if he gets ahead somehow, but I just can't imagine in this meta Loki getting ahead with how much farm there is on the map and everything. We did clear that before him, so we're going to try to get this totem for our team. The Hunbots is pretty low on mana, so maybe he can get a totem proc if he's aware. But, yeah, just doing solo things. Our Terra is letting our Chiron get some solo farm, which is really nice, so we'll get a little more pressure in the lane by getting this blue buff. Tyr's really needs the blue buff. Even with it, you can run out of mana on Tyr if you're not playing carefully. I really don't want to go in on this. We got the blue buff, and that gives us more pressure, gets me more ahead of this Tyr. So I'll try to go back and do this wave, but the Terra wants to stay in. I really just want to farm up and leverage my advantage, and try to get ahead of this guy, and maybe proxy and out-rotate him. So that is Tyr ulti. Our Terra popped a really good shell there and then ultied, so we got a lot of damage off, and she shouldn't die. Yeah, she doesn't die there. Unfortunately, I'm bad, and I missed my 2 there, but Hunbox is going to clean this up. So we have a 3-man rotation over here. 4-man rotation, which is fine. It should let us get a lot of pressure on the map. Hopefully our Merlin doesn't rotate to this and just lets me die, because he can take that mid tower very easily. So I would prefer to have mid tower over this T1, but it looks like he is going to come over and clean it up. So we're going to fast forward, because with the DCs this is quite a long one. But Merlin did manage to come over and actually get a kill, so it's kind of worth it, even though he could have got that T1 in mid. I'm not sure why Hunbox is here. I tried to grapple. I knew he was going to ulti, but unfortunately I was a little preemptive on that. We'll go get our blue buff here. Still, you know, solo lane, not a whole lot going on. I did die, but I got a couple of assists, so I'm still ahead of this Tyr, I believe, gold-wise. I'm not sure. But we're at least on par, even after dying, so that's good. Yeah, he has just slightly more experience than me, so that's okay. We're gonna go, gonna drop a ward. Maybe look to rotate here. I guess I didn't drop a ward. I did, not record these comms live, so forgive me there. The Terra probably could have waited on that, and whenever I went in, she could have dropped that and rooted him, then stunned, dropped her ulti. But unfortunately, that's not how it went down, and I couldn't stay in because I only have Glad Shield and boots, so you're not too tanky. We're just gonna use our ulti to try to get out here. Use the Terra 3 to sustain up a little bit. We'll go do these back camps and go back to lane, keep farming, try to get ahead of this Tyr. Tyr from behind really is not scary at all. Tyr from ahead, he can be pretty much a terrifying lane bully, but luckily for us, Mulan is also a lane bully. They did rotate on us, forming deep, so we're going to try to get some wards out here. Maybe it'd be better to place the ward on that back camp directly, but who knows what pathing they're going to take. We'll just grab this blue buff, set him a little further behind, go clear up this wave and grab our blue buff. Our Terra is doing really good. You love to see a good Terra. She can carry games. And I was talking about Mulan sustain in the beginning. Look at that, back to full health after that mid-fight, just clearing up camps, farming it up, being a PvE machine. I did go warrior boots. You can definitely go Teleria boots here, and that wouldn't be too bad. I grabbed TP instead of Blink because I know it's Tyr, and I was expecting Tyr to go Blink and not TP, because that's what I would do. And I think whenever the enemy jungler, or the enemy solo laner does not have TP, is when you get the most value out of TP. So I was thinking I might be able to do that and get a little further ahead. I'll maybe look over here, but no, Tyr's back over there. Our tower's a little low. We're just gonna go back and farm it up. We have a level on him, and we don't want to let him get some free farm that we don't get. So we'll just group up this wave, clear it up real quick. Just get a little poke. It doesn't really matter on Tyr because we don't have anti-heal online. Normally I would go some anti-heal against him early, like a contagion. Since I'm ahead, maybe even brawlers. I don't recommend that though. I'm definitely not going brawlers here because they rotated 4 deep, so I want to be aware that they do want to gank solo lane, which is fine with me. Unfortunately, our Hunbots does DC here, and he's actually somehow a level behind this Loki. I'm not sure how. I started blue, he didn't. I think it's because he went to that side camp in the jungle. So whenever you're actually jungling and your solo laner starts blue, don't go to the mid side camp to try to get that first so that the enemy can't. Like, I understand the thought process, but just go straight to your mid camp. You're still going to get to that side camp faster than him. So what you do is you get speed and you go straight to blue, and then you should hog the middle camp. You should use the Hand of the Gods on the middle camp, the mid back, and then you should go to that side camp. Maybe not even clear the side camp because you should have so much pressure. You could probably poke out middle lane and go invade their red, or you just get your red and some oracles. You know, you'll get further ahead doing that, and that's probably why he's behind. But unfortunately, we did not sidestep that knockup right there. But it's fine, we're Mulan, we'll sustain up. We are going to finally start putting some points in our ultis. I don't generally put points in my ulti on Mulan. I like to max the 2 and the 3, respectively. And it's just because it's mostly there for the knockup. It does alright damage, but you know, we're mostly using our abilities for damage, and we're against a tier 2, so we want to be able to compete with this clear. So we're gonna level up the main abilities and not the ulti. Not sure why he follows me to the proxy here. Maybe he thinks he can knock me into the tier 2 and get a kill somehow. Loki's in mid, so I know I'm not getting ganked. Just stay away from that. Go do these mid camps. Raijin is here, that's fine. We got CAD Shield instead of, oh, we missed our 3. But we got CAD Shield instead of, say, like Breastplate or Void Shield. Because they did rotate to us 4 deep. And, it gives us a little bit of everything we want. CAD Shield's gonna really increase the healing from our 2 plus Glad Shield this early. A little bit, and 30, I think, physical and magical defense and some power to it. So it's a really strong item. Loki's here, and that's fine. We're just going to use our 2 to sustain up off these minions. We're not really trying to take it. If we go to wave, if he ults me, he can't kill me. I mean, I'm a level ahead of both of them. I have more gold. I have more items completed. I have Mulan's 2 to sustain, so I'm not... I know I don't die here. I'm not worried about it. We'll pop a potion and just sustain up and clear this blue buff, keep our PvE going until we get closer to mid game. Try to start rotating. We should catch this wave before it hits tower. Oh, if we weren't terrible and, you know, actually got the blue instead of walking away from it. And we don't need to use our 2 here. It'd be a waste just to clear those. Just try to last hit them. Some people may not know this, but if you let the tower kill the minions, you actually get less gold. We'll play up on his tower here because we're really not worried about getting knocked into it. We're going to walk through it anyways, just to go proxy. And hopefully he follows and we get away to his tower. If you follow, that's one thing you should not do in the solo lane, is follow on a proxy unless you are well ahead and you're in comms with your jungler rotating over. There's no reason to follow a proxy. You should just go clear the wave and proxy yourself. Maybe look to rotate and invade. we're gonna back here. We'll get tier 2 breastplate because Mulan is pretty mana hungry, and if they, for some reason, start trying to get me behind by invading my blues while I'm looking at his or something, or for whatever reason we don't get our blue, we want that mana sustain from tier 2 breastplate. It actually is pretty strong. A lot of the times I'll even go breastplate before CAD shield on Mulan. We were thinking they might juke in, but we'll ulti. That's a good Terra ulti, and try to get some kills here. Loki is doing Loki things, so we'll just go onto this Raijin. That is his dash. Unfortunately, he didn't juke. I thought he would juke here. This has been a rather aggressive Raijin recently, and he dashes here. Just chase him out. My tower is pushed up. I'm actually not sure where he went here. Yeah, I thought he would go back up. Oh, we did hear his dash over here, so we will go try to kill him. Hopefully we can get there before he tries to back. And yeah, we did. He stopped his back. We know his dash is down because we heard it, so we'll just go grab this kill. Loki is right here, but we're not afraid. We're not going to die. We have enough defenses, and we have, look at this 2 heal. That's so good. So we turn that rather easily by hitting the grapple and the 2. We'll go look for some more farm, try to strip it away from them. And here's the enemy red buff. Our Hunbots did come back, so that's great. I think it's just the servers being Smite servers. We'll back here, look to complete our breastplate. We're going to look for a little more magical defense. Normally I would go a Void Shield here, but I want Runic to... I'm not worried about their front line too much. So I want Runic to kind of be able to chase out this Raijin. I feel like even though Raijin has a dash, he can go over towers and stuff. I want to focus him more than I want to focus the Rama. We did hit our 3 on that Loki there. I don't think the Rama is really good this patch. Unfortunately, our Chiron did DC and he does not come back, but they're putting so much pressure over here in solo lane, and I'm basically unkillable to them. This is what I was talking about and what I'll get into. Why I'm doing the things I'm doing, and I don't want to surrender this match because it is winnable the way they're playing. But yeah, I'm not really looking to focus the Rama because I feel like I'll waste a lot of abilities on him. If I miss my 3, or if I even do hit it, he can kind of just dash out and then ulti up and get a lot of free damage out that way. Yeah, I would like to get on the Rama, but my priorities in this match are probably going to be the Loki and the Raijin. I mean, oh, that was a really good 3, hitting the Loki out of stealth, taking that. But we're going to keep playing up here, because I don't think they can kill me, and we do have a DC, so I want to draw as much attention over here. Not sure why this Loki is spam laughing. We're just going to kill him here. His ulti did nothing to us. We're 4 levels ahead of him. There's no reason he should fight me. We're fine here, because we'll sustain up with the Mulan 2. Hopefully we're going to draw more attention over here with our DC, which would be awesome. We already have 2 picks on them. So if they come to me, that's just really good for our team to be able to keep farming. If you have a DC like this and the match still looks winnable, like you want to play, you're having fun, you want to improve, this is a good way to improve. Just don't surrender. Like, have fun, play up like this. Try to draw as much attention over to this solo lane as possible and let your team farm up. Hopefully they don't rotate to you too much. Maybe, and if they do, hopefully they get some kills. So we're just going to keep playing up on this tower line right here. And since our team's 4v5, and almost everyone on our team is ahead. I mean, our Merlin's a level ahead of their Raijin. Our support is doing really well. She's level 16. She's actually ahead of the Loki and the Kazimbo. I'm level 20. So I'm doing pretty good over here. And I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't think I get killed. So we'll just sustain up with our 2. don't be afraid to use your ulti. I'm just trying to force his ulti. I hear a Loki over there, but I forced tier ulti, so that's really good. We see the enemies rotating, or our team rotating over here to help out, which we already forced the ulti from the tier. I believe he might have backed, so that's good. Unfortunately, our Terra missed her ultimate, but we're gonna go in here anyways. They're all pretty low. This Loki is crazy. He's absolutely insane coming in here. Tier is TPing in now, but it's a little late. We already killed their Kazimbo, their Raijin. The tier's just late here, so we're gonna back up and we're gonna go sustain off this minion wave right here. Get a good heal going off. And I'm still not sure why they're trying to fight us here. We already won the fight. We're gonna have a minion wave just going into their tower at this point. We'll sustain up off these minions, try to get a little poke on the Loki there with the second hit. And then we'll just come back here and take this T2. The T2 is going to be like 250 or 300 gold for our team, and we're already up 1k, so that's going to give us all 300 gold. Now we're up 3k. I don't know how much that was worth, but we played that really well. Keep playing up, stay in this top jungle, play on the left. We have a lot of gold, but we're so far ahead. We don't really need to back yet. We probably should, but try to force another fight here. Good, but I think they understand what I'm doing. I'm not in comms with these guys. I am solo queued, but we will back now that we have 3,500 gold. Unfortunately, the Raijin did get a pick on oh, here he is. He did get a pick on our jungler. We are gonna die here. Kind of a lazy back. I wanted to stay close in case they pushed up, but sadly that was the wrong decision. We do hit our 3 here. This was like a 45 minute fight, so I kind of trimmed it up on the deaths and the backs. We're gonna ulti there to try to clean up that kill and get the Raijin out. Tyr's just trying to zone me. He can't really kill me. I'm not sure why I popped my thieves here. We're just gonna keep trying to zone these guys. I think the Rama can kill me at this point. Terra is here. She's being really aggressive. She's not really using her 3 to heal necessarily, which is fine. She kind of needs to play aggressive, but I do die there, but no one else does, so there's zoning 2 guys in a 4v5. So that's good. I'm trying to get the Pyro right here. I can't really trade with this Rama because I don't have anti-heal and he has a pen build going on. So that's unfortunate. We'll just drop the Pyro. They haven't really been going for objectives for some reason. Oh, they do go for it here. Let them know my ultimate's ready. Hopefully they stay on the Pyro and I can just knock them up and steal them. No, and we miss our ultimate too though. Sorry. Excuse me. That would have been a free kill, unfortunately. Try to grab the Loki, but I think he juked left. Our Terra is putting in a lot of work this match. It's, our Chiron does not come back. Unfortunately, we could have ended this game a lot sooner, but, you know, since he did not come back, I'm going to assume that he actually did just kind of rage, getting bullied out in the early game, which is going to happen against the Kazimbo and Rama if you're not playing very safe on Chiron, because his clear is not the best. I actually like Chiron, but he's really not the best god in the game, the best hunter. His passive is just absolute garbage. I feel like you should get lingering power after your dash or something to maybe help him out. He can hit really hard, but I don't know. He's a fun god, but he's not a great god, and that's fine. There needs to be gods like that in Smite. We're just gonna ulti up, try to set up some kills, which we did. That Mulan ulti is actually really good with the Hunbot's ult. You stay grouped up, you knock them all up so they stay in place for the Hunbot's ult, and it's just strong. We're gonna pull the Kazimbo here and try to get him out of the way. Sustain from the Terra 3. I want him to go to fire here, because even though Merlin's low, we can burn it really fast, and Merlin can sustain up from Terra 3 if he plays careful. but they want to stay aggressive on this Phoenix line for whatever reason. We could even go strip the enemy jungle, make sure they have no farm, no buffs, but they play up here, so I'm going to go with them. We do have 2 picks. Maybe we can get this Phoenix, but we have like pretty much no physical damage to burn this Phoenix. So I'm going to place a ward here and TP back in. Clear this up, maybe try to force a fight first, but I do end up deciding to leave. I TP back in a ward. They had already backed off. The Merlin did die, unfortunately. I knew he was going to try to push me there. Tried to cancel it with my 3, but I was a little too close. Just give him a little poke and go back to lane. Grab this huge wave over here. We did go Runic Shield in time because item slot, because like I said, Kizumbo can deal a surprising amount of damage. I want to stick to the Raijin because he's going to deal the most damage on their team, outside of maybe Rama if he's really good. And I'm not worried about the tier at all. I haven't built a Void Shield. I haven't built anti-heal. Like, with the lead, you can kind of ignore tier. He's not going to do a whole lot for you. I mean, he could if he's good and he uses the displacement. We really wanted to get to that to try to steal one of the oracles so they don't have vision on Fury. Terra still wants to go on gold. She's crazy, but that's okay. And we went with the Hide of the Urchin after the after the Runic Shield, selling our Blessing. I don't know why Terra warded right where I did, but just because we want a little more health in the build. We have the 20% cooldown and 30% when we have our blue buff. We're not too worried about our cooldowns. We wanted that health to be able to stay in there. A little bit of both magical procs because it's just going to be easier for both of them to focus us. That was a really good 3. This Loki is doing no damage. I'm not sure what he built. I never checked. The Kizumbo ult was really late on that engagement. He probably should have ulted as soon as Loki ulted, so that Loki could stay in and actually try to get some of his damage off after the ult. Because he doesn't seem to be one-shotting for whatever reason. And he's picking his targets very poorly. He should always be going on our Merlin, or if our Hunbot's ult is down, he should be going on our Hunbots. But he's not. He just has a bad target prioritization. That Loki is literally going to be the reason we have a chance at this game, and maybe even just the tier pick, because Mulan can just pressure out and ignore tier, one of the few gods that actually can in lane. King Arthur, Osiris being some others. I'm not sure why the Terra is not dropping her 3 to heal here. It's just weird. We missed our 3 there, that's fine. Try to zone out the tier a little from trying to pick off this Terra. Hunbots is low too, so we'll just back it up here, or they will. I'll get a little more farm in, split it with Hunbots, and we'll back it up. We did sell, normally you would go Heartseeker, but we don't have a lot of anti-heal on our team for the tier and the lifesteal from the Rama, which is problematic. The Rama lifesteal actually is very big right now because we're 4v5 and it's easy for him to just kind of free cast behind his teammates. So we went Brawlers instead of Heartseeker. Get a little anti-heal, shut the tier down. He cannot fight us anymore. I don't think he could fight us to begin with after the mid game. And go ahead and sell our Glad Shield here. This game has gone on long enough that we actually got to the point where we can sell Glad Shield, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab this Void Shield. It gives us a little bit of health, 60 physical protections, 20 power, and gives our whole team around us, or it reduces the protections of everyone around us by 15%, which is huge for our Hunbots and myself. So we'll TP in behind this fight, and we'll try to make something happen at the Fire Giant. Should be able to get a good pick on this Rajan, or at least a lot of damage, force his dash, make it so he can't free cast. He actually dashed aggressively there, which is crazy. I didn't expect the Merlin damage, so I did ulti just to secure the kill and maybe get some knockups around to help them. Normally I wouldn't recommend going on a Kizumbo, but we got their carry out. We might as well get this guy out. He can push us out of the fountain. Our Merlin is playing amazing in this game. We should I want to go straight to fire, just because I'm not confident that with our health bars, yep, there it is. The Rama just destroyed the Hunbots. I don't think the Hunbots has anti-heal or, um, I mean, honestly, even on Hunbots, even though I have Void Shield, like, I didn't pick it up till so late, I would have picked up a Void Shield on Hunbots instead of maybe a Titan's Bane for my penetration to get a little bit of defense online since we're, you know, fighting 4v5. We'll try to fight in this Terra 3 to sustain us. Look at that healing. You can't really see it on the health bar, but that Terra 3 plus my CAD shield with my 2 really gave us a lot of pressure there. Our Terra's playing like a beast. Try to go in and put some pressure on this Phoenix. Loki did ult there, not sure why. Take some tower aggro because Terra hadn't hit him, luckily, so I could take that. And we'll just go out this other side. I don't think they want to chase me. I do have my ulti up, my 3, my 2. I don't think they could kill me even if they did chase me. If they had Raijin there, they could definitely kill me. But the Loki and the tier, I'm just not scared of. So we'll just continue to do what we've been doing and heal up on this wave. Maybe I see my team getting some farm, so I'll stay in this lane a little bit. I can just sustain up. Maybe they come to me and I can get a pick on Loki or something, which would be great. But they don't. So we'll just back here. We'll grab a 500 pot. That'll put us at our 30% cooldown. And after that last fight, I'm pretty sure they're just demoralized, don't want to play the game anymore, and they give up. But hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope you learned something. Have a good day.